What's up, everybody? It's Adam here at Apache Village in Hazelwood, Missouri. Got a little treat for us today. We got this beautiful 2022 Palomino truck camper in that we took in on trade. We're going to go over that and a few things about, truck camper lifestyle compared to a standard camper for us. So without further ado, let's get right into this. So we got the Palomino truck camper to HS 2912. You will need a long bed truck, F350 preferably, because it is set up for an 8-foot bed truck that's here. So the nice thing with truck campers is I can take this, put it on the back of the truck, then I can tow my boat, I can tow a flatbed with my side-by-side on it, I can tow jet skis, snowmobiles, whatever you want. That's the great thing with the truck camper is I'm gonna be able to do all that stuff out here. Then with these guys, this one has four remote control leveling that's on this. So these arms that are here are gonna go down to the ground, and then they're actually gonna fold out of the way when it comes time to go towing down the road. So therefore, when you have this guy over here, you can tow it and get it out of the way there. So it's nice because I can get them out of the way. But then up front, a lot of similarities in this guy compared to your regular camper. You got your battery disconnect. These two hookups here is actually positive negative to hook up an external battery if we decided to, because this will hold 4 lithium batteries. The gentleman took them out before, but we could do 4 lithium batteries in here, and I'll get into more of that when we get towards the back. 7-way power plug. This is actually going to give you your lights for the back of the camper, or the truck camper, when you're actually going down the road. But then, coming along the side, a lot of similarities compared to a regular camper. Fresh tank fill, city water connection, tankless water heater, cable satellite hookup. Nothing's going to be different there. Power cord's going to be all the same. The steps, we took the steps off so we could get this guy lower to the ground, so that way it's easier for us to get in and out of. Black and gray tanks here. So again, not a lot of differences here compared to your travel trailer. 130-pound propane tank here, just because there's not a lot of stuff that's inside here, and your furnace isn't going to have to work as hard to heat this guy up because it's not that big. But then inside this compartment, we're going to look at this a little bit more. This gentleman had a huge solar system installed on the top of this, but then also on these controllers that are here. When we get into this, it's called the Victron energy system. So if you look at this, this is your charger / inverter. So this will run everything inside the camper. I have to do some little more research on it, but I believe it'll run the air conditioner if you do the 4 lithium batteries, because the gentleman was fully off grid. If you do that, it's going to run your air conditioner for about an hour and a half, 2 hours off a full lithium system. With the standard lead batteries, it's not going to run that long. So at that time, you're going to be running your TV, your microwave, anything you plug into an outlet, for quite some time that's here. But then these are all your DC controllers that are here. Then you put in a breaker panel that's there for the solar. So if we wanted to turn power going on and off to them, we can. And then this here is your smart controller that you have. So you guys, normally we don't see a lot of this stuff when we're looking at travel trailers that have solar panels, because they have just a little controller that's on the walls. This whole controller system is mounted in this compartment with a bunch of storage that's here. And then I'll show you the controller when we go inside and how you can go through it and just do a bunch of stuff. But it's nice here because, this over here, there's little lights that tells you what is actually going on. You got your main power coming on. We got an absorption, so it's telling me my batteries needed a little bit of power, so it's sending power to them. So it's nice because it's super, super simple for us to go through and do. What we have here is the remote that I can actually take and put in the truck. So now I can raise and lower those jacks to get this on and off the truck without actually me being outside. It's nice because I don't have to do that. If it's pouring down rain, I can just, run up and down, get this thing off the truck, pull the truck forward. So it's super, super easy and super simple. There is a manual override inside here. So if the remote's not working, you come inside here. I'll hit this button real quick. Turn it on, boom. Now it gives power back to the system. So that's if the system had stopped working, I can come inside here, flip that button on, boom, you're ready to go. Now you got power to everything that's going inside into your jacks. But this one here, the gentleman ordered it. This has a TV on the outside, AM, FM, CD, DVD player out here. 12 volt outlet, because that's going to be for your TV. So that's actually a 12 volt TV. Has speakers for it that's out here. Big, huge storage with 110 outlets. So it's also, I'm standing on the patio. Let me hop off of this. I'm standing on the patio that's back there. So that's a, 9x9 patio. Has an awning that comes out over it. Has the backup camera. So when I get to where I'm going, I'm gonna get it off the truck, and then I'm gonna do what we did here. We lowered it down to get this thing lower to the ground so I don't have to have those steps. You can leave it in the up position. It just, we prefer to put it down that way, so that way those jacks are in the housing more and it's a little bit more stable for us. But then this back patio does fold up against the back wall, so when we're going, down the road, you're not having that hang off back there. But then you have your other main awning that's out here as well. But then going inside, this is where truck campers, start to really shine. Is we always talk about storage. For a little bitty guy like this thing's got a ton of storage. So you got this huge cabinet that's here. This is, more than half width of the camper. So they got that big old storage cabinet that's there. These storage cabinets all across the top. Couch here will fold down into a bed. The armrests on the couch lift up to give you more storage underneath of it as well. Then refrigerator, standard fridge and freezer like we have on our campers. Furnace is going to be standard down there. This is where truck campers get a little interesting. So underneath of this guy here where it says that sticker, it says freshwater drain. There's a screw that's right here on the top of this. You undo that screw and this whole floor slides forward or out, and then you can access your freshwater tank. So it allows us to get to that stuff. So they strategically place all that stuff. So you got a step that goes there, step that's there, and then you have the bed that's up top with more storage on the sides. Open these up. They put in the wire shelves up there, but then underneath of this, let's see if I can get my fingers in here. There's even more storage underneath the bottom shelf. So that's the one thing I've always loved about truck campers is they got a ton of hidden storage inside these guys. Another storage cabinet that's there. Storage all along the front of the bed. This one does have the windshield in it. So therefore you're going to have that windshield that's up there so you can have the blind that's down, or you can have the natural daylight coming in. Then moving over this way, you got more storage. Again, another 12 volt TV. So we can go through and have TV and not have to worry about having to hook up to the 110 or turn the inverter on. Storage inside here. And then the boss came out here and we had this priced at $33,995. They just lowered it to $31,222. So, we're wanting to move this guy. It's all solid stone countertops, all dual pane windows inside of here. Microwave, stove, oven. Again, this is a travel trailer that's compact. The great thing with the truck campers is when I'm driving down the road, if I'm towing my boat, if I'm going somewhere with that, I'm going to pull over. I can pull over wherever. I can pull over in my Walmart parking lot. I can pull over in a gas station. I can park in a parking spot, leave my boat hooked up on the back of it. I'm walking right in here. I'm flopping down in the bed, get up in the morning, wash my face, brush my teeth. I got a wet bath. We'll get there in a second. But that's the huge convenience of having the truck camper, is that I'm able just to stop, come in here. I don't have to move anything because this one doesn't have a slide out on it, because some do, but those guys get heavy and get expensive. So we don't have any of that stuff in here. So you just get in here, sit down on the couch, make a sandwich, grab a drink, or if we need to take a snooze, come in here, hop on the bed, go to bed, and then wake up and, after an hour or two nap, hop back in the truck and down the road we go. So the convenience of this guy is almost like having a motorhome, except that, now I have my truck. So when I'm going somewhere, I drop the truck camper, pull my truck out. Now I got my truck. Motorhomes, you'd have to tow a car or something, or rent a car, Uber, whatever you may need to do there. So this guy, I have my truck already with me, and I don't have to worry about, what are we going to do to go to get dinner, or go get groceries, or go sightseeing, or any of that sort. So that's the nice thing with the truck camper, is I have the truck already with us. Let's flip this back around. Then again, tankless water heater, furnace. Then we're going to have our thermostat control for our water heater. And then this guy here, this is going to tell us all of our power that we have coming in through here. So we got shore power coming in, we're absorbing it. You got AC, 9 watts coming out on an AC load, which that's gonna be my converter sending out a charger, your PV charger. 100% not, oh, that's gonna be from the sun. So our solar panels, that's got no power coming in because I'm plugged into shore power. DC power, I don't have any coming out. And then I got 14.2 watts in my actual, or volts in my battery. And then this tells me that I'm sending power to that. So again, this thing can get super, super technical when I get into this. And when you come back into absorption notifications, this telling me I have a loose connection somewhere. And then you got a low battery in here as well. So this thing is super, super complex and super complicated, but in the same sense, it's super simple because I can come in here, I can check my firmware, date and time, my remote console, all of my stuff that I'm going to be using for solar is all done right here on that controller. And it's really, really simple for us to start, you know, hit buttons. And that's the way I learned a lot of times on these things is, you know, I start hitting buttons and like, oh, what's this do? What's that do? So we go through and do that. So, but yeah, there's, I believe there's 200 watt panels on the roof of this guy. And then your bathroom. You got your wet bath. So we're going to have our toilet inside the shower, which then we have our sink, which your shower head is attached to the faucet. Then we're going to have our vanity, our medicine cabinet, skylight. Then you have an exhaust fan, and then you have your curtain that's here. That's going to cover the door so no water gets out, cover our countertop so no water gets on there. And then underneath here, we have access to all of our plumbing, and then also some storage that's down there as well. So again, these guys are super simple, but then also at the end of the day, they're kind of complex, but it's nothing different than a travel trailer. This has a little bit more solar on this compared to a standard travel trailer. But then, like I said, you can get into this guy and, you know, hit the road and not have to worry about doing anything. But like I said, it is going to require an 8-foot bed, preferably a 350. The gentleman that had it had a F450. The turnbuckles, hookups, and everything are here. We would need to order a special kit plate depending on vehicle you have. So if you have a Dodge or a Chevy, we would need to order special plates that go and attach to the truck. But then I got all the turnbuckles that hook to the camper, that hook to the truck to keep it, you know, from falling off on you going down the road. But yeah, if you guys want, come on out, take a look at this thing. Like I said, this thing is really, really cool for what it is. And allows us to get going in all these off-road places. And I know a lot of people want to get off the grid. So we can with this system and also this truck camper, because I can go and use everything off of the solar panels. And if I upgraded those lithium batteries, I'm going to be able to go off the grid for quite some time. So if you got any questions on this, throw them down in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like, that share button. And again, always remember, don't come in and see why we say, go one better, go Apache Village. Until next time, guys, see you soon.